Okay, so let's look at the C cage and the A cage. All right, and we're looking at the pentatonic. So we have here the inner note of the lowest string. So that's the low E. That's the lowest note you can play on your guitar. And we go an octave up to the next E and an octave up to the next E plus a fifth, plus a third rather. Okay, and like I said, like I played before. So that's that cage diatonically up here. So if we're going to do the pentatonic, is you know, don't do the 4 and the 7 like that. Now let's look at the outer note on the bottom string here. All right, and the rule says, the string rule says, okay, so this is the outer note. It says play on next cage up, caged. C goes to the A shape. So we're going to play the A shape on that one. Alright, so notice it says play the next cage up. So now we can do this cage here. So the outer note, we're down here, but we want to show that this is the A cage. The outer five on this, which is the G and key of C, becomes the A cage over here. When we want to play the entire inversion or the entire pentatonic scale, starting from that 5 in its own cage. So the 3 went like this. The 5 is right there, the A shape. It's even shaped like an A. You can see the A would be like here. Okay, let's see if we can do the drawing tool with that a minute. The A would be shaped like this. See, it looks kind of like an A there. You got the top of it here, and it has like a shoulder, equal shoulders here, and then this would be like kind of the line. That'd be that kind of the A line like that. You could kind of do one of these. It's kind of the A there. Okay, so we play that. When we're doing the outer note, we just go one cage up, and you see there's overlap. 6-3 root 5 there, 6-3 root 5 there. They overlap there. But it's easy because we're only going from inner to outer on one string. Now I'll mention at this time that I could also just start a shape on this note here. But we'll find out more about that, how that's useful. You know, you could start the scale from the 5th. That would be the first inversion. Okay, because anytime you have like a scalar or a triad, the first inversion just starts on the 2nd note. All right, and first inversion from first inversion is 2nd inversion. Okay, first inversion from 2nd inversion is root. You just start on that note. So you can play the scale starting on that note. You can do that because you can pretty much just know where the E is and just start it. You know, that would be your first inversion, and that would essentially be your A shape there too. It's the same note, but you'd be doing this instead of, because this A and this A are the same note. That's interesting part about the guitar that I learned, that there were similar notes on it, like the same frequency, which becomes a very useful thing if you know how to use it. Let's say you're doing a little something in F. You don't want to go any higher than that. You can just start it there. You can move it over if you know where the other note is. If you know where the note, and could be like conversely, you'll find out where the other note is if you hear yourself playing it. Then you'll find you can use it to find the other note. I can see it with my labels, which are not just flimsy labels. They're pretty important. But I like to know what I'm playing, whether I have the labels or not, and then I'll land on something. It just gives me more confidence. So the outer note on the outer note on the bottom string is going to be the next cage up. All right. Now we're going to look at the inner note on the one string above the bottom string, which is the A string, right? 6 is the sixth member of the scale in the key of C. That 6 would be A. It's your A string. Caged is basically in C. The easiest way to learn it is in C, or a good way to learn it is in C, because if you start learning cage in the key of E, you're going to have problems with the first cage from the get-go. It just ain't going to happen. You can play the E-shaped chord and then take it from there. E-shape, then D-shaped D. See, I see a nice green note there. That gives me confidence, reinforcement. But you can't go like this. Can't get those 3 notes if it's a hard fret nut right here. But C, the key of C, you can do cage starting there and get the whole diatonic. And the last one, which is a repeat of the first one. But so let's look at it, and what we say of this string and note rule that I developed for this. Now we have the inner note of the second string up, okay, and it says, well, we'll call it string 1. Oh no, that note's for this. This one's right over here, string 2. Now I call it string 2 because I'm just going from the bottom and building up. So it's string 1, string 2, string 3. Okay, it's only going to be 3 strings. It's not like the numbering of the strings from the top, where string 1 would be the high E, and here the string 1 is the low string. String 2 would be the A string, and string 3 would be the D string. Okay, so I wasn't sorry about that for people who have the other convention. They built into their mindset, because I have this built into my mindset. I wasn't thinking. Well, let's move along though. We have the A string here. It's 1 string up in the scale. Okay, so it's the second string in the scale. All right, and it says string to play next counterclockwise letter on the magic circle, adjacent box, no overlap. Okay, so what's that mean? And then it says additionally you can start that that new shape that we got from this rule for the magic circle. We can start that new shape from that note. Okay, so here's the magic circle, and it says play next counterclockwise letter. We're in the C shape. The counterclockwise letter would be G shape. We can start a G shape right from that 6. What is the 6th of C? It's A.